Yeah, thank you. So yeah, my name is Orina. I'll be hosting this session today, and I'm really excited to have our speaker for today. Just a few house cleaning rules before we start. Specifically, one, if you have any questions, you let her do her presentation. Then, if you have any questions, you can ask at the very end. And mostly, the reason why we're doing this first session is to be able to also know people who are going to be doing the scholarship, the nano degree, especially the first challenge phase and stuff like that. Would like to know who are doing it so that either we can create a group or you guys can arrange yourselves and do a group so that you can have like a study session and even be able to finish all the way to the very end. And also, beyond that, also would love to have more scholars doing this and have as many applications as possible coming out of this session itself. Yeah, so as Vanessa will be speaking, I'll just create a form and ask people or be able to ask people on the group if you're doing the session, would love to know who you are. Then you can be able to just give each other motisha and be able to just really go through with it. So even actually before I start, right? How many people are doing the certification? Before I introduce Vanessa, how many people are doing or want to do the nano degree? If you want to do it, maybe you can write what? Or you could raise your hand, or you can on the chat you can just type one if you plan on doing the certification. I see some guys have raised their hand, but if you also plan to, you can also just type one. I want to see how many people are actually really excited to be able to do it itself. So yeah. So a bunch of you guys want to do it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So what we could do is, I'll try and yeah, I'll create like a form. Then we know the people who want to do it. Then I'd actually make sure that you guys are arranged together and be able to get to it. And those people who I don't know have yet to apply, I know the deadline has yet not yet passed. If you've not applied yet, also this is the best time for Vanessa to just give her story on how she did her application and how she got in, and also was even featured on one of the videos that was there. So she was that good. Yeah. So without further ado, let me introduce Vanessa. So for this talk specifically, she'll be talking about just mastering the AWS AI ML scholarship nano degree and also the road to the nano degree itself. One of the things that is interesting about Vanessa is she finished to the very end. She had a capstone project. She's a cloud engineer. Yeah, and she's active in the community. And I think that's the success stories would love to have in the community. Number one, you've done your certification, you're ready for work, and also you're really upskilled yourself, right? And two, yeah, you even featured on the promo video showing that the impact has already been done. Yes, and without further ado, I think I'd met her in person at the community day, right? And she mentioned that she was a scholar and all that stuff. So yeah, so without further ado, Vanessa, Kamande, the floor is yours. You can take it up.
Thank you so much, Mark. That was a very nice introduction, and I'm so grateful to be able to give back uh, with this explanation and how my journey was. It was an interesting journey. I'm excited to share. So, I have a small presentation that I have. So, I'm going to share my screen. Yeah. So, as Mark has said, I was one of the scholars last year, and I think I'll begin with an introduction and how I got myself into knowing about the opportunity and trying it out. So I attended the AWS Community Day last year, where I had Kevin Tue um, give say about the project the program, and that time I was delving into data, and I saw that it's something that aligns with me, and then I went and looked it up and did the challenge phase, um, finished the challenge phase, went for the technical assessment, spent, and finally I got accepted to do the Nanodegree, where I pushed myself until I finished the whole thing, which was very fun and interactive, and also I got to learn a lot. And that's why I'm here, and I hope I'm able to see many of you finishing and completing and giving your stories next year. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about the challenge phase, which is this initial phase. So for the phase one, this is where you're able to get the basic concepts of generative AI and machine learning. Where,
Sorry,
pardon, can you hear me?
I apologize
Where I'm
for.
going to pass.
Is it possible? Can you press present or something? Is there a place for present?
Okay.
Core PowerPoint, I think there is. I don't know. Is it the one at the top? Yeah, that one. Press from the beginning so that guys can be able to see. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So as I was saying, the phase one is where you're able to interact with the concepts of AI, from what is AI, what is machine learning. You're able to interact with services like Amazon PartyRock. You're able to see the process that data goes through in order to create effective AI systems. And it was really, and also the most important part is how to use AI responsibly. And also you get to view real world case studies. So I'm going to show, just a minute, just a rough outline of how the LMS looks, so that you're able to see that you're able to see your progress and track where you are, because this thing is self-paced. So you're the one who sets aside time to make sure that you're achieving every one of these. Yeah. So it is very interactive, and the instructors are very elaborative, and they understand everyone, and they go at a slow pace that you can understand. And I really loved the experience. For this challenge phase, we're able to also interact with AWS Educate. It has several, pardon, just a moment. AWS Educate has several tracks you're able to learn. So for this case, we were able to interact with the machine learning track, where you're able to also get more information, and also got to interact with Amazon PartyRock. And this was one of the projects you're able to do, which was, for me, just a minute. Yeah. So in this phase, I was able to create a personalized travel adventure, which recommends enjoyable activities. So you're able to pick a destination, the interest, the budget amount, currency, mood, and it gives you a recommendation which you can try. Can give me a country or a city you would want to see, just to make this interactive. Nope, that's fine. Anyone has a country they would like to see? Okay, we can just let's just use like one that is there. That's Thailand. And say the interest is food. And culture. Let's say your budget amount is 2,000, no, let's say 200,000. Yeah, and currency is and let's say you're feeling adventurous. So can be able to claim and see some recommendations. So as you can see, it gives us 5 friendly activities in Thailand. One which is the street food tour cooking class in a local home. Be able to see the cost, the street food and how much it would cost. You're able to get cultural notes, like remove your shoes before entering the home. Point, yeah, there's this, as you can see, you're able to play around and get a personalized travel adventure. Yeah, I can send this link in the chat so that you're able to also try and interact with it. So as you can see, you're able to come up with different projects using AI, and I think that is quite fun. You can create something that resonates with you. You can solve a problem with it. The, like for the adventures, you'd have to go and find a local person to explain to you what happens and how much you need. But like with this solo fair, you're able to see the results yourself and estimate and plan yourself accordingly. So I think it's a worthy program to dwell. The other part is, so now after you're done with the challenge one phase, there's always the assessment. And before the assessment, when you're applying for the, come back to that, when you're applying for the challenge phase, you're asked to pick among the 3 tracks they provide for you. And can let me just follow this link to the current AWS and ML Scholar application. So this is what I mean. After the 3 tracks, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
I hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay. So, like for this year, there is the Future AWS AI Programmer, there is Future AWS Agentic AI Business Professional, then there's Future AWS Agent Engineer. So this is where you will go through, let's say, mostly like for the Future AI Programmer, you're able to advance your Python and visualization skills, able to work with the models. This is more technical where you interact with models where you create the neural networks and transformers. And then for the agentic AI business professionals, this is for the people who want to interact with AI, but they don't want to do a heavy, they don't want to do heavy coding. So maybe if you're a business intelligence person or you really don't want to do a lot of coding, there's also an option for you, which is like this agentic AI. And then there's the future AWS agent engineer. This is mostly like for those people who want to interact with uh, deploying the models, monitoring, you're using RAG, which is basically compressing them into embedding so that you're able to make the models more accurate to your information. So this is where you have to really decide what is your goal and what do you want to achieve by the end of this certification, because you cannot change your track after the challenge. So you have to go through each track and be able to see which one strong suits your goals and your what you want to achieve with AI. Like for last year, I went with the AWS AI engineering, which was like mostly dealing with the RAG and deploying the models. As you can see, I had tried to break them down. There was the future AI scientist, which was now the equivalent of the AI programmer, which you're able to dive deep into the technical side of the AI and ML, and then there's the business intelligence where you don't need to know a lot of coding, and also now the AI engineering where we are dealing with the deploying of and managing AI infrastructure. And for me, it was really fun, and in that I was able to create a project because the learning is project based and you just don't consume the content. You're able to build things yourself. You allocated a budget where you interact with the cloud resources and you're able to spin them up and follow instructions very well. And the good thing is there's the community that you're able to join the first day once you're picked for the phase two. And also you're able to interact with the experts as they grade and give you a review on your project. So the first one was an AI financial literacy assistant. Yeah, in as much as I was able to build it, what's really enticed me here was we were supposed to use like responsible ways, and that is implementing like guardrails for security, also like filtering the inputs from from the from the user, and you're able also to detect from and mitigate prompt injection. You're able to see how you can be able to mask personal identifiable information. So it's a very great opportunity. I hope I'm not too technical, but if it's a very worthy course. And lastly, I got to do the intelligent document querying system. This is where we were building the AWS RAG system. Then you're managed by Terraform. And as we were exploring, you're able to see there's one that deals with the model completely, and then there's the other that deals in the infrastructure. And there's the one that's for those who don't do a lot of coding. And for me, I did AI engineering because I had done cloud computing and the CCP. And I was intrigued by infrastructure. And if you're able to narrow down on what you really want, you're able to get the most out of the program. So with that, we can explore this year's the current scholarship as we had started. So I was just showing. At first, I showed the different tracks, but as you can see, these are the timelines. Let me also share this link so that you're able to apply. Let me share this link. A minute. Anyways. So what intrigues me the most is that this program is eligible to anyone who is 18 and older. You don't require any AI or ML experience. You just need the curiosity and the will to push yourself through and through. And it's open to learners worldwide. And it's designed for students, early career professionals, and those who want to switch careers. So for this year, the challenge phase, it opened officially from the 24th of March up to the 6th of June 24th June 2026. So I would urge you to apply very early because it's open to 100,000 learners. But the earlier you apply, the better, the much time you get to interact with every content. And the other thing is that they are self-paced. No one is going to wake you up and tell you, now it's time for a Zoom meeting, like the way we are on this Zoom. So you really need to be determined, or else you'll forget the timelines. And so now, after you completed the challenge phase, that's now where you go to the assessment prepping. And that's why I left this. So for the tips and tricks of the assessment prep, first of all is make sure you understand the track that you picked and its requirements that I have clearly elaborated. Also, you make sure that you're prepping using the resources from the challenge phase. And the other thing is leverage on AI to help you prepare in accordance to your track. Also, for those who are going to take the technical side, have an understanding of Python programming language for the technical tracks so that you're able to ace the assessment. And well, the last thing, believe in yourself and don't panic. The questions, they're not hard, just have to have prepared accordingly. And something that I have noted this year is that there's a new reward that if you finish the challenge phase, you'll get a 3-month subscription to AWS Skill Builder, which you can continue with expert-led training and certification prep, where you can do your AWS AI practitioner certification, which is pretty cool. I think last year this was not there. So after that, the technical assessment will happen from July the 7th to 13th of 2026. And then thereafter, they'll announce the winners and you'll be awarded the scholarship that you chose when you applied for the challenge phase. Note, you cannot change your track once you already applied for the challenge phase. And then lastly, now if you manage to pass the technical assessment and get a seat at the Nanodegree, because for the Nanodegree, they limit the numbers to 4,500 people, and that will run from August 4th to November 4th, which is pretty a lot of time to be able to go through the content, do the projects, and gain a lot of skills. Yeah. So for my final tips and takeaways, apply as early to get the most out of the program that I have said. And the earlier the better. You can do it today or tomorrow. Make sure you just research on the track that best suits your goals and then apply. And then prepare for the assessment, leverage on AI, and also the content that will be on the challenge phase. And the other thing is, as I said, it's self-paced and you make use of the resources and budget allocation, because if you're able to spin AWS services. And all the best as you try to get the scholarship and enhance your skills. And lastly, don't panic. And for those who not manage to get the degree, I feel like the access to the skills builder is also a very good thing that will be able to help you achieve your goals as we navigate through this AI phase. Yeah, so that's my presentation. I will stop there for any questions. Yeah, moment.
Wow, thank you. Thank you very much, Vanessa. I think that was quite insightful. Actually, I didn't know about the AI foundational one. That was really, I think that's very interesting and actually has piqued my my curiosity. Now, maybe my question to you is, at what point are you guys put like in a community? Is there any point maybe you put like in a Slack group or something like that? And how do they kind of choose the last, not the last four, but the 4,000 or something? Yeah.
Okay, so where they push you in a community is after they've given you you've gotten the scholarship for the nano degree. That's the point where you get the community.
Yeah.
But as you do the challenge phase, there's no really community. So, like you said, I think that's a gap that is there, which we can make sure, like those who are doing this, the ones who said one,
Yeah.
can create a WhatsApp group so that you're able to motivate each other, because it can get lonely.
Yeah.
It's really good to have a community. How they choose the 4,500 is dependent on the technical assessment. So how you pass and prepare yourself is what will enable you to go to proceed to the nano degree. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's
Any
good.
other
Yeah.
question?
Any other questions? If you have a question, you can unmute and ask, or you can just ask it on the chat here, if possible.
I'm not sure if I'm audible. Can you hear me? I have a question.
Yeah, I can hear you, Dennis. Okay.
Yeah, so you mentioned you're doing stuff on Amazon Bedrock. So I'm curious, were you given access to, did you have the chance to call other models from platforms like OpenAI or Anthropic or OpenTutor using API keys, or were you limited to just using the models on Bedrock directly?
Okay. So when you get to interact with Amazon Bedrock, there's a very huge variety of the models from Claude, from OpenAI. There are so many, and you're able to just request the access and interact with a few of them, because there's even a point where you're asked to compare the outputs of the model. So you're given access to the range of models that they have, which is very extensive. Yeah.
So when you're running the Bedrock, the models, I'm just asking this, I think, for the benefit of everyone. When you given access to the models, is it like a real AWS account? Are you given like credits, or you have to just sort yourself out in terms of that? Yeah.
Actually, you're given the resources. So I think, let me share my screen and just show something. Okay. So let's say, yeah, maybe this one. Yeah. So like I was saying, let's say like for these projects, okay, any for the projects, for the content inside, let me just give maybe this introduction. So you're given these cloud resources, which you're able to log into a console, and you can search your resources, and which is pretty cool. So you're not depending on yourself to. You're given a budget of like $25, which proved to be very, very expensive. So you don't have to remove money from your pocket. Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's clear. The other question here is from Virginia. What does the assessment entail? Is it from what you have learned from the foundational course?
Okay. Yeah. For me, what I can say and speak on was like for the AI engineering, which was a bit technical. There were some questions on Python. That's why I was insisting that you also prepare aside from the you have to have a bit of understanding on the coding. That's why I was saying that different tracks. So it depends with if you're taking a coding heavy challenge, a coding heavy track, or just a normal one like for the business intelligence, where you don't have to use a heavy coding tool. And the other part was um, just using the resources from challenge phase. Yeah, and also just asking AI to help you prep, which is very but yeah, accessible. Yeah. I can see a question on a scale of 1 to 10. How difficult is the program for a person transitioning from arts degree? Like I've said, it requires no experience of AI and ML knowledge, because they will give it to you. And I can attest that the videos that are placed there are very detailed. They go slowly. If you really want to hear what he's saying, and after the video, there's the resources that follow up there with the content that is from the videos. So I believe that it's not difficult for a person transitioning from an arts degree, because they explain from the basics, and you're given time to self-pace so that you're able to go at your own pace. And yeah, I can rely on the peers and the community that will be created today to enhance your knowledge and yeah, make it seamless. Yeah. I can see Kathy says I did not get on the parts how they choose the 4,500. So, the criteria is definitely like how well you pass the technical assessments. Because after the challenge phase, they give you a technical assessment. And I think they pick from how well you perform on that assessment. That's what I'm saying. That's how they choose the 4,500. Yeah. I can see that Dennis saying, did you use Amazon SageMaker as well? Fortunately, I didn't get to use the SageMaker in the track that I chose, but for those who used who got the Nanodegree for AI scientists, they got to interact with SageMaker. That's why I emphasize that go check out the track that suits your goals and your need. Yeah, I think I don't see any other question. I hope I had a very interactive session, and feel free to reach out to me. And let me put up my LinkedIn, Mr. Millions, stop sharing so that you can connect. Minutes. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll leave you with a little quote. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. So um, go look it up. I've sent the link, and there's the group chat that will be added where I'll also join for support. And this is a QR code if you want to link up with me on LinkedIn and ask more questions. Even for the projects, I have posts detailing the projects and what I learned from them. So you can also check them out on my LinkedIn. Yeah, let me just leave it at you can connect. Yeah. Unless there's anyone else with anything. Yeah. And any
Yeah,
other
thank you.
question?
Yeah, thank you, Vanessa. This was really insightful. And actually, at first I didn't think of doing this challenge, the scholar, but I think I'm really thinking about it. I think what I like a lot is the AI foundational track, whereby it's more technical, and maybe I'd want to learn more about just RAG systems and how they really work. I think that's actually something I'm now considering heavily.
Yeah, you should consider it.
Yeah.
And it's such a great opportunity to
Yes.
enhance
Uh,
it. Because they go into details to make sure that your project is up to par and that you're able to do everything. So I would say it's a very good opportunity to push yourself. Yeah.
yeah. Awesome. So you can stop sharing your screen. Then I think we can do just a few announcements that we have specifically. Yes. Awesome. So I was thinking, guys, I was hoping we could um create like just a dedicated group. But what I'll do first is just join the current community. Then what we will do, we'll find ways to collaborate, because I know a lot of people from the AI ML community and the other one will find a way to collaborate and have like either once people have joined, I think we can start a community and either do like check-ins or workshops towards that, or do a challenge so that people can finish, rather than just putting people in a WhatsApp group and not knowing what else is going to happen, right? Yeah, so we'll kind of get back to you on that specifically. There's the WhatsApp group I've sent for the community. So yeah, just join, then we'll be able to just follow up on that specifically. Right now, before that, I think I'll still go back to what she was talking about. Um, Before I talk about this, um, let's find it. Yeah, if you notice, I'm struggling a bit with this computer. It's not my usual computer. Yeah, I'm still getting used to this Windows Pro, whatever it is. Yeah, that's that. But now let's go back to the Scholar program. AWS Scholarship. Here it is. Yes. So yeah, remember part of why it was important to have this session. I remember during the last community day, which we'll actually talk about the new community day coming up, and also the different communities that have come up since the last community day. I remember Kevin did talk about the AWS AI ML Scholars. Dr. Vanna, the Amazon CTO, talked about it, and I think we were able to get Vanessa out of it and a few other people. Maybe we don't know who are the other people who came out of it, but would love to have even more people be part of it. So yeah, what I will do actually, I plan to do the which one? Let me see, the foundational one specifically. Whether I make it through or not, but I'd want to really learn more about Bedrock and in a more guided way. So I'm gonna try it out. So if you can, what you can do, just go, make sure you apply by tonight, right? Apply. Let's see. Oh yeah, thank you. This is what I wanted. Apply. Let's go through this whole thing, and actually, not just for the AI foundational part, but also for the skills builder 3 month subscription. I think that also is a bonus for a lot of us if you need to just use it and stuff like that. So that was a bonus. That's a bonus that actually Vanessa talked about, and it's really amazing. So I really like the future AWS AI programmer thing. I can be able to do more projects around it and stuff like that. So this one really kind of it spoke to me, and also PyTorch and stuff like that. That really spoke to me. And yeah, for business professional, if you want more of a analyst role and stuff like that, you can go through this. Um, AWS Agent Engineer, I think this one is really interesting. I think this one would take more time to do and stuff like that. But yeah, if you also want to really do this, I think also this is quite an interesting thing. But for me, I've seen jobs and stuff that I'd want to do around this one specifically. So whichever one that you want to see, pick as soon as, then make sure you commit to it. So look at your goals and pick it. For me, so this one really worked for me. Python and data analysis is something I'm not as good at, so I'd want to actually do that, and the skills builder. Okay, awesome. So make sure you do that. I'll send it on the group. Then we'll do like a pulse check. How many people have applied? We make sure then at some point, once people who have joined, we'll create a group to actually have that. Because I know sometimes people would be excited about it, but we'd want to have just serious people who are willing to do it. And we'll do like challenges to make sure that we can have at least maybe as many people from the 4,000 people who are going to be there. Awesome. Now, let's talk about the amazing stuff that's coming up. This one I'm really excited about personally. One, we have the AWS Community Day pre-event workshop, led by the AWS AI ML group, the Cloud Clubs, us, the Pwani guys, and AWS. It's going to be on 16th May. 16th May at KCA University, who are like our really good um, partners. And yeah, so let me send the Nini here. It's going to be in person, and we're going to have our very able, amazing Veliswa who will be presiding over it, talking about agentic AI, especially with AWS, and also just to have fun, um, catch up, and yeah. So this one is really interesting. I think, if possible, you can apply now if you're going to be there. It's going to be really amazing, just to learn about AWS agents, and yeah, have fun. So I've posted that. Please make sure you apply for this. Is there something here? Yeah, he says on Thika Road. Speaker will be that. Yes, and it will be from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Right? So from morning towards afternoon. And yeah, so it's a pre-AWS Community Day workshop. So make sure you attend. Then on to the next thing. Which one do I answer the community day? Let me see. Yeah, again, sorry, I'm using a different laptop, so I'm not logged into my socials. There is volunteers for AWS Pwani edition. Um, we plan on having the community day in June, I believe, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it's in June, so we have time. Or in July. Wait. Can someone tell me, is it June or July? I think it's June. It's June, yeah. So there's the volunteers. If you want to be part of the volunteers, mostly I think it will be on site. So make sure you apply for that. Let me send the link here. Yeah. The exact date will be confirmed once we have also the location, which Moracha I think is gonna confirm by next week. So if you wanna be a volunteer, that's the call to action for that. And also you can follow on Instagram. There's user group Kenya. There's Pwani AI ML for socials for more on that. And also the other one specifically that's also coming up is the call for speakers. I had that open here. Oh, speakers, here it is. Yes. What are they telling me I have to log in? So we open here. Okay. Seems like I don't have a speaker open. Um, but yeah, just give me 1 minute. I'll share that. So if you want to be a speaker on the community day, um, you can apply, and also just make sure I think you apply early, then confirm your attendance, then we can be able to have you on board. I'm also really excited about that because it'll be the Pwani edition. I think, yeah, finally we get to the coast and have a bit of fun and just enjoy it and see the tech community there. Okay, here it is. Yes. So the call for speaker. Oh yes, it's in July. I apologize. 4th July. Yes. So there's also the call for speaker coming up. Let me share this. I don't know if someone is speaking, but yeah. So there's a call for speakers that's going to be there, and I think I'll just go through this for the benefit of everyone else. The event date is 4th July, not June. I thought it was in June, but 4th July. So we have a month to decide and figure out logistics. We'll also communicate more about the logistics coming up. It opened on 15th April. It will close on 15th May. So it will be, let me see the tracks that are there. Just minimize this. Thank you. Yes. So these are the tracks you can look at. AI and machine learning, which is also something you could talk about, even about the Udacity project you've done and stuff like that. Cloud architecture and infrastructure. That's also really cool stuff to talk about. Really passionate about that. DevOps and developer experience, so CI/CD, infrastructure as code, and all that. Security and compliance, data analytics, startups and builders. So also just about building AWS, SaaS architecture, and stuff like that. And also cloud for impact, AWS in education, healthcare, agriculture, financial services, and government. All right. So you could either be introductory, intermediate, or advanced. What I always say about this is try, apply, and just have something, don't have something meaningful that you'd want to talk about. And depending on maybe it's a technical session, demo, paper presentation, or lightning talk, and also panelists, right? So make sure you apply. We will be able to like go through the speakers in terms of quality and also just to balance out the different tracks. If you're not able to make it, maybe on that, you can become a panelist and stuff like that. So it's a really amazing opportunity for you to just showcase your skills and also just attend and network with people. So really excited about that. Event date is 4th July. More details to come. Now, lastly, I think there's AWS New Voices. Why do I not have that here? New Voices application. See if I can get it. So AWS New Voices is like, it's a track whereby you are taught about speaking, presentation on a technical level, to be able to just talk to people, present your ideas, especially if you're a really good developer, and also you're starting out and you'd want to learn about it. Is it already April? Sorry. I think the Nini. Oh, it was April 17th, yeah? 2026. Yeah, let me just send this just in case. I don't know if it's still open. I thought today was 17th. Yeah, you could be part of it. Yes. So what is it about? It's expert coaching and personalized feedback, structured practice in a supportive environment, peer connection with emerging community networks, and also new perspectives, right? So the cohort for EMA is a bit later on in the year. It's not there at this time. I think this one's for the Asian Pacific region, but for us it's a bit later on, right? Um, and mostly it's for cloud captains, community builders, and all that. So make sure you apply for that. I've applied for it. I'm actually hoping to be part of it and just harness my skills towards that. And yeah, I think that's that. We've stuck to an hour. We've stuck to 1 hour, I believe. Yes. Yeah, so make sure you join the community. Then the people who are very serious about this, learning about the AI Scholar will be able to do a poll. Once we've done that and seen how many people have applied, we can be able to progress with you guys as we go on. So we'll be able to do it on the different communities that are there. Then we can continue from there. I don't know if there are any questions or anything. Let me see. Uh, any questions or announcement that people would want to make? I know there's another cloud community day, a cloud club community, student community day coming up. I apologize, I don't have it on my this PC specifically, but I know it's coming up in Machakos. Okay, I don't have it here. I'll probably send it on Meetup and also other places. So if you want to join or also help out, that would be good. But hopefully, yeah, let's meet on the 16th, May 16th. Yeah, for the KCA Agentic demo day, right? So that you can have fun and also just learn from there. And hopefully we can get as many people on the AWS Nanodegree. Without further ado, I don't know if there's nothing else. I will play some music. Thank you, Vanessa, again for making time to be with us and just communicating about that. If possible, we'll have this on YouTube by, let me not promise, maybe let's say by Sunday, June, thereabout is when I can have it on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, without further ado, I'll just